right, as everything intensifies, it feels like, the war between Israel and Hamas, the tensions in the Middle East. Tensions are also boiling over here in the United States at college campuses across the country. And now one law professor is gaining attention for calling on employers not to hire some of his students. UC Berkeley law professor Stephen Solomon wrote an opinion piece for the Wall Street Journal titled, "Don't Hire My Anti-Semitic Law Students." He poses the question, would your clients want an attorney who condones hatred and monstrous crimes? It's a conversation happening not just at Berkeley. We've seen the headlines out of NYU, Harvard, Yale, ASU, Indiana University. At NYU, one law student even had a job offer revoked after she blamed Hamas's terror attack on Israel. When this morning, Professor Solomon says students at UC Berkeley went to the dean demanding that he be fired for simply expressing his opinion in that op-ed. Well, Professor Stephen Solomon joins us now. Any regrets about writing this op-ed?
Not one.
You wrote, quote, "If you don't want to hire people who advocate hate and practice discrimination, don't hire some of my students." You still stand by that. How widespread is anti-Semitism at Berkeley, and why is it allowed?
Well, I mean, why is anything allowed? I mean, the point is that you would not hire someone who advocated discrimination against African Americans. You would not hire someone who advocated murder. And what's going on here is you have a small group of students who are applauding a terrorist attack that killed over 1,000 people, involved rape, murder, kidnapping, beheading babies. And this is just part of anything an employer should do, which is don't hire people who endorse hate. And you don't want your clients to be represented by those people.
You actually wrote that you said it's been shameful and it's been tolerated too long. I gotta say, if these same students were advocating violence against Black people, would schools tolerate that?
No, and if you substitute the bylaw that was passed at my school, which is no people who advocate Zionism are allowed. This is the Jewish homeland. Every week we pray for Israel. For thousands of years, it is part of us. It does not mean the Palestinians can't have a homeland. But if you said anyone who advocates that Blacks should be treated equally is not allowed to speak, it would last for a nanosecond. And for too long, this type of attitude has been going on in college campuses where you can just substitute Zionists for Jews and you can spout hatred because it's about Jews and Israel. And it's time the adults stepped in. It's time the adults said, look, you might have free speech on a college campus, which I endorsed, but you're going to have consequences as a lawyer. You're going to have consequences as a professional. We're not going to have you representing our clients.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people are like, you know, they're college kids, and that's when you're experimenting around with, you know, different ideas, and they shouldn't be. I interviewed Vivek Ramaswamy about this exact thing last night. He's a graduate of Harvard and Yale. Both schools are dealing with this right now. And he was like, I condemn the comments, but they shouldn't be penalized by not being hired in the future. Do you buy into that, that there are some sort of, you know, idealistic young kids who don't really know better?
They're not kids, okay? These are law students. These are adults in college. And I encourage Vivek to come to Berkeley and meet with the Jewish students and see the real damage this does when many of us have lost family. We have friends in the Army. Many of us have had family who've been horribly murdered. And we have to sit there and listen while a student says that's okay. It's okay to kill someone. I am not advocating to cancel people forever. I'm against cancel culture. What I'm saying is this year, when you interview a law student and they have endorsed a statement or a part of a statement that advocates discrimination, hate, Jew hatred, rape, murder, killing babies, hostage taking, maybe you should think twice, just like you would in any employment offer.
Yeah, as you wrote, it's time for the adults to take over. When students face the consequences for their actions, they straighten up. All right, Stephen Solomon, To be continued. Thanks so much. Keep us posted. If you get fired, let us know, because there's certainly a group of students trying to push for that because of that op-ed.
I'm a tenured senior professor, and to be honest, this is nothing compared to what's going on over there and the loss of life on both sides. I'll be okay.
Okay, well said. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the show. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.